Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Hollywood Celebrity Relationships. Hope you're doing fine. It's easy to think of Elvis and Priscilla Presley as having one of the most famous love stories in music history. But the truth is much more complicated, especially when it comes to how they met. According to most Elvis biographies, the couple first met at a party when Elvis was in his mid-20s while serving in the army. That wouldn't be so shocking if Priscilla hadn't been a teenager at the time. Elvis and Priscilla were the subject of intense gossip and speculation throughout their relationship and beyond. Although there was a significant age difference between them, that was not the most contentious aspect of their relationship. So Elvis and Priscilla, how did they meet? Priscilla's stepfather, Air Force officer Paul Beaulieu, was stationed in Germany in the late 1950s. Because of Beaulieu's military job, the family frequently interacted with the soldiers on the base, which is how Elvis and Priscilla first met in September 1959. How old was Elvis when he met Priscilla? When Elvis and Priscilla first met, it was their respective ages at the time that caused such a scandal. Elvis met his future wife when he was 24 years old, while serving in the army. So when Priscilla met Elvis, how old was she? She was only 14 years old when he began romantically pursuing her. How did Priscilla's parents feel about her relationship with Elvis? Initially, Priscilla's parents forbade her from seeing Elvis again, upset that she had come home late the night of a party. He soon convinced them to allow him to court her, and they spent a lot of time together over the next several months until he left Germany in March 1960. They stayed in touch long distance over the next 2 years, and in 1962, the Beaulieuses agreed to let Priscilla visit Elvis in Los Angeles for a week under the condition that she have a chaperone at all times and write to them daily. Elvis evaded these conditions once Priscilla was in town, taking her to Las Vegas instead, where he introduced her to drugs so she could keep up with him and his odd hours schedule. The Beaulieuses agreed to let Priscilla move to Memphis to be with Elvis full-time in 1963. They imposed new conditions on the move. She had to live in a separate house with Elvis's parents and attend a nearby Catholic girls' high school, and he would eventually have to marry her. And once again, they either had no way of enforcing those terms or turned a blind eye, as their adolescent daughter moved in, the rock star 10 years her senior. When she finally moved in, her parents gave her permission once more, as long as Elvis intended to marry her. In Priscilla's autobiography, Elvis and Me, she claimed that their relationship was not sexual until after they were married. But those claims have been disputed by other biographers as part of a PR spin to legitimize their relationship to the public. How old was Priscilla when she married Elvis? Priscilla stayed in Memphis while Elvis went to Hollywood to make more movies. Meanwhile, he was having affairs with his female co-stars, which he dismissed as gossip to Priscilla, even when she was allowed to visit him in California. Elvis proposed to Priscilla in 1966, according to some accounts, after she threatened to go public and her stepfather threatened to charge Elvis with sexual crimes against a minor. Elvis and Priscilla married in May 1967, when he was 32 years old and she was 21 years old. Lisa Marie Presley was born 9 months to the day after Elvis and Priscilla married. When did Elvis and Priscilla divorce? Officially, Elvis and Priscilla's marriage lasted about 6 years, but they began to drift apart after only a couple of years, due to Elvis's hectic touring schedule and chronic infidelity. They divorced in 1973, but remained on good terms until his death in 1977, according to reports. Since then, Priscilla Presley and her daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, have been at the forefront of projects dedicated to preserving Elvis' legacy. The upcoming Elvis biopic, starring Austin Butler as Elvis and Tom Hanks as his manager Tom Parker, also explores Elvis and Priscilla's relationship. Thanks for watching. For more videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.